If anyone's out there struggling making Pokemon content and just creating your own path, here's where I kind of want to get into the details of things. When you're creating content, no one really tells you how to navigate this space. And you look around and you're like, okay, I want to build a name for myself. Just kind of getting a reputation for yourself, right? I think that's your big goal here. And ultimately, you don't know how that looks like because in your mind, you may have a certain vision of what you want to do. And all it needs is one event to shift and alter an experience. Okay, let's say an experience to shift your goals into a different direction. And that happens all the time in life. Imagine the Pokemon community just being a giant school lunch table cafeteria. You have your different cliques, you have your masses. Everyone are Pokemon fans, right? But you have different tables. These people view things differently. For example, you have the TCG players that are really only in it for the competitive aspect of playing the trading card game. You have your invest bros that you could try to make videos for, straight up collectors. There is the masses, and I think this is what the big social media voices do. They do generic Pokemon content of stuff that they're trying to sell. Like I've been doing a lot of marketing and just research in general on how to navigate this space. I think that's very important and it's been helping me a lot. So a lot of the big PokeTubers and people that build content are doing this specifically, for their interest as well. Gary Vee says this all the time. We are no longer in the era of social media. We are in interest media. Okay, and people are interested in the new sets. People are interested in the new chase cards. So these big people that are, have thousands, 100,000 followers plus, they are specifically gravitating towards the first news article that happens on Poke Beach. And it's like first to the market. I got to be the first one to say this information. And all of them are pretty much spewing out the same stuff in their own ways. Okay, so they are pushing their, not I'm gonna say agendas, but they have product. Okay, they have distributors, this new product that's coming in. They're gonna talk about the stuff they know. They're gonna talk about the stuff they're trying to push. Okay, and I feel like that's just all the content is nowadays. No one really talks about, hey, taking a step back, do not even worry about the newest set. Like, what are you talking about? Don't worry about this. Dude, there are thousands of cards already available. And let's talk about this set, right? You don't really see many large channels talk about that because that is not what the interest is at this moment in time. And I'm finding this stuff out, I'm learning stuff about long form content versus short form content. In my mind, this video that I'm making right now that you're listening to, I'm gonna grab bits and pieces of it and turn it into short form content so I could try to redirect those people to my long form content. I've been doing this for a while and I'm learning that's a terrible idea. Okay, short form viewers are not the same as people that just want to sit down and listen to your videos, sit down and listen to you talk. So people, put their time and efforts into making a certain type of short form content that appeals to the masses. And that's what's really going to hook someone. Okay. We always talk about, not we, but stuff that I look up, hooks. The hook is so important. And you really never know what the hook is going to be. Because as soon as some people just hit that scroll button, as soon as they see your face, not a word needs to come out and they're going to scroll past you. So getting the hook is not as easy as you may think, because you could have hundreds of hooks. I write hooks on hooks, and sometimes I'm like, okay, let me just be as relatable as possible on this intro, and I think it might work, and it just doesn't. Something else I've really learned over the time is you could put a lot of effort into one piece of content. And that's just, you can have an expectation of this is a good one. I think people are going to like this. And you put it out there. And the reality is that's the flop. And some of the videos that you don't really want going high in demand where a lot of people view it, those are the videos that end up popping off, right? So it's really unpredictable. And it's one of those sayings, you don't know something until you know it, right? So the worst thing you could do is just give up. I think eventually I will find that space, which I think I'm getting there slowly. I even feel a lot more comfortable talking behind the camera. And I think I always say stuff like this, right? It's so extra, but I think an old version of you must die in order for the new one to be created. Okay. So, and that's all about experiences, just shedding a certain mindset. Sharing people's perspectives is very important. And I see where a lot of people come from, but in this era, a lot of people aren't okay to just disagree. Like, let's agree to disagree. That doesn't exist now. It's if you agree on this topic, I don't fuck with you. Okay. You are on a different table. You're in a different clique. I'm in this clique. That's how a lot of people are nowadays. So the sooner I realize that I can't appeal to the masses like that, and I'm not going to win everyone over, I think the sooner I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable doing me. And I think just in general, you should do the same thing. Because although, yeah, I'm only been doing this for 7 months, but just the difference I feel in the last few days versus the first 7 months, I could tell you right now, I'm on a different level, and not in a way where it's like, oh, I'm elevated. No, the person that's been searching to try to do all these different things, like where do I fit? I think I'm starting to mold into that a little bit, because I don't know, I don't like making content about the newest and hottest product that comes out. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's not in my best interest. I don't have the product, right? I'm not gonna offer it to anybody. And to be fairly honest with you, I've been through a bull market cycle already, like 2 of them throughout my collecting journey. One, I was just literally a player. The other one, I was a collector and investor. And now for this bull market cycle, I feel like I'm a little bit ahead of the game. I've had the experiences where I'm okay to talk about this stuff, and I'm confident about it. So yeah, like here I am. You know what I mean? Just the collector side of things. And yeah, my ultimate goal is, I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite, and I will call myself out. As a small business, one of my main objectives is to make money in order to grow and buy bigger and cooler collections. And I think that's important too, to identify, right? You can have a community first mindset where you take care of your people, and also be a business mindset, as long as you're transparent about it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Yo, we have a whatnot where we sell everything at $1. I'm gonna tell you right now, hell yeah, come check us out. We're freaking awesome. And 10 toes down, like, I'm for real. I think we're really good at what we do. And just over time, the more we learn, I can't wait to share more of my experiences, more of my losses with the people that watch. I want to talk about ripping packs and just for a second. People have made their ways early on and made it pretty much high up the food chain by ripping packs and doing opening videos and getting product. Now, those people have already established themselves. Those are the go-to people for that type of content. And some of the easiest content to make is opening up packs and, talking about the sets. Your competitors are doing the same thing. When you look around a lot of the social media, and there's nothing wrong with ripping packs. Please do not think that I'm trying to downplay this type of style of content creating, because we all know that, should I open it or should I keep it sealed? Wow. Everyone knows that's the type of video where hands only, voiceover, and it works. Tons of content. So by all means, I'm not saying pack opening videos are bad. I'm just saying there's a lot of competition within that field. A lot of people are opening up packs. A lot of people are doing this type of content. So you have to make yourself very unique. You have to stick out. And I think if you're going to go that route, Be prepared to waste a lot, not waste, yeah, I'm going to say waste a lot of packs, because the reality is not a lot of people are going to flood and, run straight to your channel because there's just so much competition. That's my big point here, is if you're ready to do that, please just understand your expectation versus reality. And that's the next topic I really want to talk about, is expectation versus reality. I think I have high ambition. I'm a very motivated person, and I think you could tell that through a lot of my content that I make. I am truly passionate about anything that I put myself into, and trading cards is definitely one of them. So, yeah, there are some things that I focus on problem wise that I hope there's fixes, because I truly do care about the hobby. I think LGSs are important. I think they're like the backbone of this hobby. But in general, Pokemon Company is just moving towards a digital age. They are targeting the different demographic that are younger, primarily focused on selling and buying online. Okay, they're pushing towards vending machines. They're allowing giant retailers to take over a lot of the allocations. So just in general, from what I'm seeing, there is zero empowerment for the LGSs, which at this point, there's not much I could do about that. And I have to realize that. The angrier I get and the more I try to fight on that topic, the more cloudy my goal and what I'm trying to do is going to get. I shot my shot, and I think it was exactly what I needed, right? It helped me think of what is it that I'm going to really try to push. Like what is it that I'm offering? And at the end of the day, I'm a collector that's been collecting for 10 years, and my collection is worth over 100K now, and I've done absolutely nothing special except learn through my experiences, learn to be patient. Average person that doesn't have access to specialties or the newest and hottest set, there is a way to navigate this market. There's a way to be in this hobby and succeed without being on that same train as the bullet train. Okay, a lot of these content creators and the people that have access, they're on the bullet train. They're freaking gone. They prepared for this moment, and they're taking full advantage of it. Speaking of taking full advantage of it, this bull market is not going to last forever. You just have to, if you're going to do this, if you're going to make a name for yourself, you don't want to do it during the bear market where no one's really watching, right? You want to build something now that when the market does turn, you still have the people that are inside your community that you took care of and you made friendships and bonds with that stay. Not all of them are going to stay. Most of them are going to dip out. Think about this. If you've made any type of content before and you got a nice comment about some of the stuff that you pushed out, a video you made, it makes you feel very good, okay? I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not, I don't want to appease the people that are watching this video, because that's something that you have to consider when making content. Yes, at the end of the day, it's just me talking to you. But when it comes to content, what are you getting out of this? Is this anything beneficial? Because we are in an era of interest media. So that is super important. Can I relate? Is that person relatable? I think I'm pretty relatable. Like, I don't have anything special. Everything I'm doing, y'all could do too. People love watching Jar Chomp and a lot of these vendor videos. Hey man, I'll buy that card for 70%. Thank you. I'm going to sell this card for 100%. Person comes along, buys this card. They just showed everything, and people love that, okay? It's part of it. So I think the more transparent you are, the better viewership you're going to get, the more respect you're going to get on your name. And I think last but not least, I want to wrap up this video, is play to your strengths. I've been watching a lot of creators talk about this, and it's never really hit home to me till kind of now, I guess. One of my gifts is being able to speak without the care of whatever people say. Like, I don't give a flying fuck about what someone thinks of me. That's why I wear these. You know what I mean? I wear these, and for anyone that's never been here before, I wear these because number one, they're from Demon Slayer, Tanjiro Kamado. That's my boy. Freaking love Demon Slayer. Really got me into anime, and I'm still new to anime, right? I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm an anime head. No, that's not it at all. It's just I fell in love with that anime and just the type of person he is. And we live in a world, there's two different worlds. There's the real world, and then there's the collectors, TCG, anime world. Same thing you could say for video gamers, right? There's a different reality. You submerge yourself into video games where the outside world is not an issue, okay? Those problems don't mean anything. Right now, I got to get a headshot on this dude that's 1,500 meters away or whatever. So playing video games on Fortnite or whatever. So I am in this world, and it's a anime world. Pokemon is anime at the end of the day. It's a Japanese-based cartoon, right? So hell yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this world by being able to be free and, do whatever I want. More people should not give a fuck about what others think of them. I guess that's my big point here, okay? I'm very confident in some of the things I say because I do my research, I have my experience, and I'm here to talk. I'm here to say it. But if that's not your content, there's the dude, he has, I'm sure you've probably seen his videos, bald head, hair coming out here, and he does just like weird talking videos or he grabs people's reactions by showing them his face, and they like laugh at him. And he spoke on this topic, and I think he has million followers, views do great. And he says, I'm terrible at public speaking. My strength is being awkward. I don't know how to have a regular conversation with somebody when the camera's on or anything like that. So he played to his strengths. And a lot of people made fun of the way he looked and his hairline and just his bald head or whatever. And, at the end of the day, that's kind of the Joe Dirt story. People talk their shit. People, make fun of somebody they don't know, but the longer they don't stop, they keep on keeping on, they are then looked at in a certain way by a group of people. Like, I'm not gonna say like a hero, but in a positive way. So play to your strengths, identify exactly what type of people you want your content to touch, okay? Is it the masses? Are you trying to make a name for yourself? Okay, no one tells you how to navigate this market because there's blueprints of people that's already made it, but that's not you. Okay, so keep that in mind. You don't always have to recreate the wheel, but make yourself stand out, make yourself just different, and at the same time, play to your strengths. Play to your strengths, okay? Over time, your weaknesses will strengthen up, and you'll just be more of a complete person, in the social media content creating space. So that's really all I got for this video. It's probably one of my longest ones. I do like talking and going off tangents and going on rants. I'm doing one right now, so I'm just gonna stop. Thank you so much for just being a part of my journey. There you go. I appreciate y'all. You already know, keep on keeping on. Until next time.